Hi everyone, this is Crystal with Emerson Aurora Design, and today I'm going to show you how I make this tumbler, essentially painting with glitter. So I purchased this double-walled 16-ounce wine glass at the Dollar General, that's what it was. It was pretty cheap, it was only $6, but I really liked the size and the shape of this tumbler. And I thought about sanding off the whole design and making my own design on it. But as I got looking at it, I really like the, wavy blue design on it. So I decided to go in a different direction. I'm going to take a fine grit sandpaper and just scuff up the surface of the tumbler well so that I can, my glitter and my glue and glitter will adhere well to it. I am going to try something I haven't done before. I'm going to paint my glue on and put glitter on in the swirls in a similar color of the swirls, if that makes any sense. So after I sand this, I'm going to take a paper towel and just wipe off any residue there with some rubbing alcohol. And I chose my colors to be similar, not perfect with the colors, but pretty similar with this. I have various different cuts of glitter here. Most of them are fine cut glitter. I thought that would be a little bit easier. I did choose one chunky to use as an accent that I will add at the very end. Just if you're going to do this, just match it up the best you can, how you would like. And I'm going to take this flat brush here. I just thought it would be a little bit easier to use on the thinner areas, and a little bit of Mod Podge. And I'm going to paint directly on the tumbler on those areas where I want the glitter. I haven't done this before and it's something new to me. I have seen other people place vinyl on their tumbler and then paint with glitter on that, and they turn out absolutely gorgeous. So I just like this idea because I didn't want to take away the beautiful design of this tumbler. I wanted to accent it. So it's a fun little project to do if you're not sure of your own design. Um, give it a try. It's, you know, you're not going to mess it up. So I'm going to paint the glue in all the areas where I see that same color that I'm using. I want to get all these colors together at once. I'm kind of starting with the darkest glitters first, so that way you don't contaminate your white if you choose to use white or light color. So I'm going to start with my darkest colors first and just paint that glue right on the tumbler there and glitter. To me, it was similar to doing a geode, but you already have a pre-printed design. You don't have to make your own up. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit and just kind of let you enjoy the process here. This glitter here is Martha Stewart glitter that I purchased from Michael's. Um, I'm not sure of the color. Kind of is a periwinkle purpley blue. I didn't really like the darkest swirls on this tumbler, so I'm just going to cover that up with this same color. And this glitter is just a tiny bit translucent, so that will still show through, but it kind of tones down that dark color. I didn't feel like it really went too well with this. This is a fun little intricate project to do on a rainy day when there's nothing to do outside. I like these kind of projects. I feel like I get more satisfaction out of them, if that makes sense, because I am taking so much time with it and really taking my time. I tend to like the intricate projects with my tumblers. And you can see how well that's coming along. This is a neat design. And I was going, it reminded me of winter, kind of the icy blue colors, and that's what I'm going for with this tumbler. Um, Not really a Christmas tumbler, just a winter tumbler. So when you're at the store and you see sales on tumblers, and even if they are pre-printed like this, you could either sand it really well and spray paint it the color that you want, or you can do this with it. Um, it's a nice way to save a little money if you're new to tumbler making and you don't want to commit to purchasing a large amount of just plain stainless tumblers from an online source. You can try one, see if you like it. I come across sales on tumblers all the time at stores. Surprisingly, I purchased quite a few from a local farm supplies store at the end of summer a couple years ago. And they were $5 for two tumblers each, and they're neon colors. I've made tumblers with them before, just sand them down really well and then spray paint the color you want. Um, this specific Dollar General that I purchased this wine tumbler at, I found four wine tumblers in different designs. They were all really pretty. Almost didn't want to do anything to them because they're really pretty and you can just use them as is. But of course, I like to add glitter. I love glitter. I have a whole wall of glitter. So, and here I'm kind of breaking up this monotonous area where there's a lot of the bluish mint color with my own designs here. Like I said, similar to a geode tumbler. I'm going to let you just watch this now, and I will come back in a minute and explain my next steps. As I was thinking that you can even paint tack it over and over on the complete tumbler and paint with your glitter that way and do almost like a burnished look. There's many ways you can make this a little bit different, make it your own. I like the intricacies of painting specific swirls though, and I like how the glitter really sparkles. It's coming together nicely, and you can see that I'm using my own variations of colors. I'm not going exactly the same color scheme as what was printed on the tumbler. I wanted it to be a little bit more of a variation to give it depth. But it's coming along nicely and the sparkle is just absolutely gorgeous. And I can't wait to see this under epoxy. Now once I'm finished putting all my glitters on, I let that glue dry completely. You can add little touch-ups here and there if you need to. Once I was done with this, I will go in with my Rust-Oleum clear spray and give it a couple good coats to keep that glitter in place. So as I work around the tumbler, I'm just going to the next lighter shade of glitter and sprinkling that on to fill in the areas. One thing you can do to add a little extra oomph to this is once the glitter is all put on and the glue is dry and you spray your Rust-Oleum, you can add gold leaf to this, you can add foils to this, you can add rhinestones once you're finished. The possibilities are endless just to make this a beautiful, beautiful representation of your own artistic view. That sparkle's just so pretty and I love the swirl. It reminds me of a cold winter day, although right now I'm about ready for spring. Make sure you go through and you double check that you didn't miss any areas. You don't want to leave one area completely without glitter unless that's your choice, of course, but I wanted this to be completely glittered. So the last color I'm using here is this white. Here I'm putting the white over a little area that was blue, and it will show a little bit through of blue because that white is translucent, but that's okay. It just adds to the design. So I'm going to add a little bit of chunky here and there for accents. I didn't get too much of a recording of this, but it does add a really nice sparkle. So I'm going to go and I'm going to spray this down, make sure that all those glitters are going to stay in place nicely so I don't have to worry about the glitters moving around and contaminating the lighter areas. So I put this on my turner and I did add 2 layers of epoxy and let them cure. You can see that chunky glitter that I added as accents around just really adds to the sparkle and the beauty. So I purchased these window clings from Hobby Lobby. They were in the Christmas craft section for 50% off. So I got it for $1.50, and I thought they were really pretty. I wanted to try it on a tumbler. Now these will cling to your tumbler. However, you're going to want to apply some type of adhesive. Here I'm just laying out some of these clings to see how I want to place them on my tumbler. And at first I wasn't sure I was going to do 2 or 3. Like I said, this is the first time I've used window clings on a tumbler. But I was just spacing them out. These are pretty large, and my tumbler is only a 16 ounce, so I'm just placing them temporarily to get a good feel for how I want it to sit on my tumbler. To go around the curve of the tumbler, I just kind of made little slits like you would in vinyl to lay that down, see if it would lay flat on my tumbler. So this is the third snowflake that I found that I like. I'm going to cut the plastic so that it will lay flat on the tumbler. And like I said, at this point I thought I was going to lay all 3 of these down. I ended up changing my mind here in just a little bit and just going with 1 of these snowflakes. I didn't want to take away from all the hard work I did with the glitter, and I thought the snowflakes kind of detracted from it a little bit. I wanted the snowflakes to add as a accent, not to take away. But I really love the shape of this snowflake here. So at this point I realized that I do definitely need to use some type of adhesive. So I'm going to use my Tack. I thought that would be the easiest, but you can use Mod Podge or glitter glue, but I'm going to use Tack. I just thought it would be easiest, and it dries completely before I put the adhesive or the snowflakes on, so that way it doesn't take so long to become transparent again. Because if you use Mod Podge, if you lay Mod Podge down and you put something plastic over it and let that dry, it does take a while to dry. So here's where I decided not to use all of these snowflakes. I had already laid them down over the Tack-It after it was dried, but I'm going to peel those up. I wasn't happy with it. I thought it just was a little bit too busy and, like I said, took away from the design of the pretty glitter swirl. So once I have that last snowflake off, I will show you the snowflake I ended up keeping on there, which I thought was really beautiful. I'm going to go in and I'm going to add 2 more layers of epoxy over this and make sure it's nice and smooth, and here it is. I absolutely loved making this tumbler. It was so much fun. It's beautiful, it's sparkly, and it reminds me of a cold January morning. Oh gosh, I'm so ready for spring, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I hope you learned something new today. And step outside of the box with your art. It's okay. You got this, and you can make something beautiful. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. You can leave a comment or a question below. I'd be happy to get back with you. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Go snatch up those clearance tumblers and see if you can make something beautiful with it. I hope you all have a safe and warm winter, and hide out in your craft room and make something nice on those cold winter days. Again, thank you and have a beautiful day. Happy crafting, everyone.